All right, so the next one on the list, I'm trying my best today because hopefully I'm not too triggered by anything. Because if I do, it affects my readings. So okay, let's see here. Oh, I missed one here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, this one's for the question on when will I get a job. Typically, what usually happens, there's people ask these questions because there's a span between days, but that's fine. It still makes a difference if it's within the same day. All right, so let's take a look here. When will I get a job? Okay, so there's that one here. All right. So I'm gonna share the screen. All right. So you're represented. The querent is represented by by Aquarius here, and so you are Saturn. I would stick with that you are represented by Saturn here, and or Uranus. We'll take a look at the questions. When will I get a job? So if it's a job, there's several things that might be. Again, I should have specified. I should have asked more questions about this one. Like if it's just specific job that you're looking for. I mean, we're talking like job itself. Um, we're looking into the sixth house. Okay. Um, if you're talking about job itself, meaning like just because you want to be of service, okay. Then we look into the sixth house, and that's represented at the cusp of the sixth house, which is the query itself, is represented by the moon here. Is there an aspect from either the moon or Uranus or Saturn? There isn't. However, there is an aspect between Saturn and Jupiter, which is in the sixth house still. So we still count that in, and we see that there is the sex. It's a trine. It's already a past aspect. So, but still answer. We can still answer the question based on the the fact that it's even if it's what you call like a past aspect. Okay, there's an actual term for that one, but anyways, let's see here. So 27 minus 18. There's a difference of what is this? What I'm seeing here? Do a some quick math here. 9 degrees. That's between cardinal sign and the mutable sign. But it's in the first house and it's also in the succeedant and the cadent house. Between 9, I would say between 9 days and 9 days to 9 weeks, 9 months to answer your question. These are tricky. Again, in horary, I've said this before in a previous reading. Um, it's just tricky. When did I say that? I don't think I said that, but it is tricky in horary because it's between that time. So this is your time frame. If you're still looking, that's great. But but that's all. Once I've given the answer, that's usually what it is. If you have any questions about, not question about this one, but if you have additional questions pertaining to this one, do ask it. But if it's the same actual question, um, wait about 3 to 6 months. Uh, what is this one? There's this another one. If your question, I forgot to mention, if your question was about, uh, if your question was about, um, money itself, hold on. If your question was about money itself, as in like just to earn, meaning the ability to earn, all that stuff, not about the service, then we look into the second house. I forgot to mention this, and it's ruled by Mars here, so represented by Mars here. Um, in that case, we look into Mars itself, which is in the 12th house. This is the house where it's tied to um, disappointments, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, disappointment. So that means that it is actually tied to this question. I answered this question from the previous one. We have a difference of 4 between the applying aspect of Saturn and also the applying aspects of Uranus, which both rule the querent. But we're looking at U as an querent. So it's sort of similar to the other one, but this one, the answer is slightly different, where it's still, there's the ones I said there are 9. There's also the 4. But if it's about the job itself, meaning the job to find a job itself, like if it okay, so the first question was I answered your question the first time, which was 9, right? So 9, was it, did I say 9 weeks to 9 months? Um, look back into the video. And then there's the other side. That one's for service. This one that I'm going to be answering now is more about earning, just earning, meaning it's just earning money. So it's not necessarily a job per se that will be of service, something where you're working with people or something like that. But that's what it means. That's what I'm saying. So it'd be like the difference here would be 4. So between 4, what did we see here? 4 weeks to 4 months or years. That's quite a long one. But if it goes that long, I don't know. But I would say the closest one is 4 weeks to 4 months. So between the two, again, depending on what you're looking at. So I should have, clarified this, but that's my thing. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Again, if you have any questions that are different from this one, but it's still pertaining to this additional one, you can pose the same thing, but let me know as soon as possible because otherwise this chart will be gone. Um, Either way, you can ask again in 3 months if it's the same question. Okay, so thank you for watching.